Okay, so I'm going to address a couple questions. I'm going to use a couple verticals, Blake, while we have the last few minutes, right? Some other verticals that you got to think about and answer a couple of these questions. Number one question that I'm seeing, right, that I'll hit right on. Does it count for growth factor? It absolutely does not count for growth factor. These people are not in the 7K database. They've generated no points, they have no subscriptions, and they're not there, right? They're outside of it and not in it. It's a funnel to take those people who then want to refer it or want to use those other functions or buy collectible coins to put them in the MLM business. But you're only putting in the MLM business the people that want to be in the MLM business, okay? What about the transfer over? If they want to join the MLM business, they have to go get his MLM membership. $149, $599, it generates the points. They're not tied together.
And just a second, Josh, while you're there, this is funny because someone says, doesn't it make more sense they get a basic membership for $149? Yeah, it does. But some people will
we did that on purpose.
Yes, some people will go pay $199 to not be in an MLM, but you still have the advantage.
Yes. Hey, we left it with a $50 discrepancy. So if they'll join the MLM, the greatest value on the planet is to join 7K metals for $149. I want you to think about that for a minute. But I'm here to tell you, you're missing out on the vast majority of people. You're just missing out all across the board. And I know that because I have the data of people who give you the bird finger and don't join the MLM, but go buy a Sound Money membership. And I don't want that to happen anymore. I want it to be where you have the opportunity to win there. That's why it's $100 more there if they go outside of that to do that. That's why it's $149 to just get a 7K membership and get the benefits of Sound Money. But if you could see the data, you would go, oh my goodness, the vast majority of my people that tell me no, I've done such a good job, they go get a Sound Money account. That's the reality because they want it. That's, and then Blake, the other thing that before I go to the verticals, we have a couple questions about, hey, so the first person gets $50 and the next person they bring in gets 10. No, you got to remember, the person that comes and gets a Sound Money goes to fractionalgold.com as a customer, they can never make a commission. But if they're going to, the only way they could refer it to someone is to give your link out that you would get the $50 again, right? That's the only thing they can refer out. If they want to make money, they got to go get a 7K membership. And then that generates them a link. But when they do that, who are they tied to, Blake? We already have that now. They're already tied to you. That's already, links already happened. You brought them in as a customer. They then decide to build an MLM business. Guess what? They're already linked to you. They can't go anywhere else in the database. They're yours. And they're now in, when they do go make a referral as a customer, you then get the $15. They get the 50, you get the 15, and your sponsor gets the 10. Okay? So real simple. I mean, not complicated. Now I just want to touch on, because there's going to be a million questions and you're going to get them all answered as you go through the process, right? But this is what's really important. I want you to think about some of the verticals that you've missed out on the past. Is that fair, Blake? You got something else we got to cover first.
Let me hit this thing real quick before you go there. So a lot of people are saying, hey, if someone does a fractionalgold.com, they just are a customer, can they upgrade? Yes, they're going to be able to do that. We're working on a clear and easy path for that. So yes, they will be able to. Tomorrow they won't be able to, but I mean, give us a week and we'll have something figured out there to where we already kind of know the path. We just got to build it, where they will be able to go to 7K somehow, right, through Sound Money or whatever it is. And they'll have a path where they can upgrade and become a member of 7K, so then they can share and do all the things. Because, by the way, you guys are asking that question because you know full well it's going to happen, right? It's just going to happen. So so that's one. And then let's see. There was another one I was going to hit just before you go there. Oh, slides. Slides we can use right away. So hey, look, we already uploaded a new wealth strategy video that represents the free storage and other things. Here's the thing though, you guys, you already have all the tools. Like you have all the tools to present what you need. There's all the videos that you need to be able to get them the information to make a decision. Really, the only thing that you're doing here is you're helping frame the decision. You're figuring out what they really want, and then you're serving up either 7K or you're serving up fractionalgold.com. That's the only difference. It's not like you're showing a video to say, hey, this got this cool new thing. It's like, no, hey guys, this is so much easier now. You said you want gold and silver. You go back to all your customers who told you no because it's MLM. You hit them first with the website. You say, hey, I got a cool new way. You don't have to be involved in MLM, but you can get an account. Here's the website. Let me know if you have any questions first, right? And then as you're moving through, you're just having conversations with people. And then you're serving up the information to teach them about sound money, teach them about gold and silver. If they want to share, give them the option to share, right? If they don't want to, you gotta go far enough to find those things out to then go, okay, cool. This person needs fractionalgold.com, or this person is going to be okay with a legacy membership. Does that make sense? So that you don't need a whole bunch of new stuff, but everything is fixed. FAQs should be updated for the most part. Everything we're talking about, answers should be in FAQs. You should have what you need to just keep running. So you shouldn't be waiting on anything after this call. So, all right, Josh.
Okay, now this is important. We're going to have the last few minutes, and this is what I want everyone to do. I want you to stop. I want you to turn off your brain about questions that are around little nuanced things like, what about if they want to come over? And what about the 149? Or what about, I want you to turn off all the nuances for a minute. If you want to make serious money, and if you want to understand how real entrepreneurs think, I want you to turn on the part of your brain now that is the opportunity section, okay? My brain never turns off on the opportunity section. It's hardwired. It sucks sometimes. I can never get a break. Even when I'm steelhead fishing, I can't get a break, right? I want to now turn your brains on to seeing opportunity, okay? And if you don't want to know about how to think that way, just hop off now if you're stuck on nuance. Because now I'm going to talk about turn your brain on to opportunity mode. And I'm going to start sharing with you a few verticals that we have lined up that people are ready to run on that I can't, it's just craziness to me, okay? So a couple things that you need to think that you just need to understand. And by the way, doesn't it suck sometimes? Like, I got to put on readers now to see my own handwriting.
Yeah,
I can't see my notes.
You're looking
I'm
good,
sorry,
dude.
guys.
I've been holding the jokes back, but they are coming at some point. Just
Gosh,
know that.
dang. But I can't even read my own handwriting right here because without the reader. So I know I look really funny. Sorry.
You look great.
Great. Here you go. Okay. Verticals.
Hold on.
What?
Zach is on the other side. I didn't know that. I'm going to pull him over
Oh
here.
my goodness.
But-
Bring him over here in a
but
minute when I'm done. And then
But
and
he
we'll
said,
let him finish
dang,
up.
he said, dang, you look old.
What a freaker. All right. Here it is though. Couple verticals that we've seen huge interest from that we've had to turn down in the past that are now super excited as we've been working through this, right? One, we've had a vast amount of financial advisors and planners over the years who have said, this is the most incredible opportunity for my people to buy gold and silver. But I just can't refer a network marketing company. We've been in collaboration with them over the last 60 days. We've been working on this program with the attorneys and the government, and they all say, oh my goodness, I can actually refer this to my clients because it's not inside an MLM company, and my clients need it. A second group, we've had two major accounting firms in America. These are massive firms who flew into town over the years and said, all of our clients need, our high net worth clients need the Sound Money wallet. And their attorneys stopped it every time because of the network marketing component. One of these major firms, start of the year, is now going to be using fractionalgold.com to bring in their clients. And their clients are elated for this product offering, okay? And it just has to come out of the realm. Their attorney said they couldn't participate with the MLM. And they don't care about the commissions. They don't care about all this. It's literally just a play that their customers, their clients need the service on a massive scale. The 1% for the one client is going to be, he believes, somewhere in the neighborhood of $1.5 million a year. And that's no exaggeration, okay? So if you know those kind of people, guess what? Now, by the way, you can't just go cold call these people. This is if your brother-in-law or if your best friend does these kind of things, okay? We have now had multiple massive church organizations come to us and say, I want my congregation to have access to this product, but they can't. I'm not going to put them in an MLM. I've done it in the past, and I'm not going to ever do it again. But my congregation needs this access. And you know what? the church could make the 1% and could make the bonus, but I don't want to put them in an MLM unless they come forward and say, I want to share. So there's a handful of major churches, mega churches in Texas that want to participate on this program. Many what we would call small influencers, Blake, people that have influence. We had one a few months ago come to town, mommy podcast that has 200,000 really dynamic women who followed this lady. Like she says, wash the dishes, they wash the dishes. Like, it's just crazy. Okay. Like right now, at the end of the day, she wanted every member to have the Sound Money wallet. Guess what? And her attorneys got involved and said, absolutely not. This lady makes $700,000 a year on podcasting and on online marketing. And she can't, and they said, absolutely not. You can't be involved in MLM. You can't ask your people to be involved in that. You'll lose your clientele. You'll lose your market. You'll lose your, guess what? She now wants to, she can participate. I'm not going to share the names because I didn't ask ahead of time, but some of the biggest influencers in the world, some of you networkers are involved in, you're on here tonight. I didn't ask to share their names, so I'm not going to, but some of the biggest influencers in the world that all of you know and all of you have seen on TV are coming on board with this program in January, full bore, because they can't be in the MLM, but they want to refer the Sound Money wallet to their people. Okay. And then tomorrow we have a group of counselors that are bringing in 13 counselors, putting them on Wealth Builder as an employee benefit. We have a social working group bringing in 213 members of their staff tomorrow that an MLMer brought, and they said no before. And with this program, they said no with that, where they're not going to be in the MLM. We want every employee before the Christmas holiday to have the Sound Money wallet as a gift, and we want to set up a contribution just like we do their 401k in gold and silver to them. Okay. These are just the ones that have come forward in the last few months. Okay. Verticals. This isn't for people that wanted to join the network. This is for people who say no to the network, or you shouldn't even be pitching the network to, because you're going to get the no. I know there's many of you on here tonight who have really creative entrepreneurial brains, and you're going to come up with countless different verticals that you've never had access to before. And it's going to bless your life in the short term with an immediate commission. It's going to bless your life in the long term with 1% metal match. And it's going to greatly benefit your life on a monthly and weekly basis, as the natural percentage of those people who decide to share come over to your business and share because that's what they want to do. So with that, Blake, we couldn't be more excited. Like, this for us, all of these things for us are a culmination of being true to our values, of getting gold and silver into the hands of people who've never owned it, using it to protect their financial futures, and to do it in such a way that we bless the lives of the 7K associates without hurting the 7K associate. And so